Let's cut right through the noise. You clicked on this video because of the word dirty. You expect a list of cheap tricks, a set of forbidden techniques that will supposedly unlock some secret part of her. But I'm going to tell you right now, that's not what this is about. The truth is far more simple and infinitely more profound. The dirty things women secretly want are not a series of actions you perform, but a reflection of the man you are. It's about tapping into a primal energy, a raw, authentic core of masculinity that modern society has tried to shame, suppress, and civilize out of existence. It's an energy that is not aggressive, but it is unapologetically powerful. What a woman's deepest biology craves is a man who is not afraid of this energy. She doesn't want a man who has killed his inner Wolf. She wants a man who has tamed it and can command it. She wants to feel that you are a force of nature, but a force that she can trust completely. This is the ultimate paradox, to be both the storm and the harbor. And the ancient Stoics, the masters of the inner world, understood the key to this paradox better than any modern dating coach ever will. They understood that to control the world around you, you must first become the undisputed master of the world within you. This isn't about learning what to do in bed. It's about learning who to be. Society presents you with two fundamentally broken models of masculinity. First, you have the tamed man. This is the classic nice guy. He's a ghost in his own life, constantly seeking approval and terrified of taking up space. In the bedroom, he is apologetic. He asks for permission at every turn. Is this okay? Do you like this? Not out of genuine care, but out of a deep-seated fear of rejection. He hands her the emotional and physical leadership, and then he is crushed with confusion when she feels no spark, no polarity, no raw attraction for him. He has been told that this is what it means to be a good man. Yet he feels hollow, and undesired. On the other end of the spectrum is the untamed man. He mistakes aggression for strength and impulse for freedom. He is a slave to his own appetites and ego. In the bedroom, he is forceful but not present, driven by a need to prove something to himself. He thinks dominance is about being loud, rough, and selfish, creating an atmosphere of anxiety, not arousal. He is a chaotic fire, burning everything it touches without purpose or control. Both of these men are failures. One is a slave to her opinion, the other is a slave to his own passions. But there is a third path, the path of the Stoic. This is the path of the tempered man. He is not tamed. He is tempered like steel forged in fire. He has faced his own inner chaos, his own desires, his own darkness, and he has mastered it.
And
it is only from this place of absolute self-control that he can finally, truly, let go. The first pillar she craves is unapologetic leadership. Imagine you are walking with her through a crowded, chaotic street. The tamed man would ask, "Which way should we go?" The tempered man takes her hand firmly but gently, finds the clearest path, and guides her through the crowd without a word. She doesn't have to think. She can simply trust and follow his lead. This is the exact dynamic she craves in intimacy. Stop asking for a roadmap. Your role is to be the guide. When you confidently initiate, when you change positions with a smooth, decisive motion, when you set the pace, you are creating a space where her analytical mind can finally turn off. You are freeing her to simply exist in a state of feeling and sensation, which is the essence of feminine energy. This isn't about being bossy. It's about being a leader she can implicitly trust. This leads directly to the second pillar, controlled dominance. Understand this distinction because it is everything. She does not want your anger, she wants your strength. There is a universe of difference. Anger is a loss of control. Strength is the very definition of control. Any man can lose his temper, but it takes a man of immense inner stillness to be truly dominant. When you pull her hair, it shouldn't come from a place of frustration, but from a place of calm, possessive focus. When you press her into the mattress, your eyes shouldn't be filled with rage, but with unwavering presence. The Stoic concept of apatheia is not about being emotionless. It's about being free from the control of disturbing passions. Your dominance should feel like an unbreakable mountain, not an unpredictable volcano. It is this feeling of immense power, wielded with perfect control, that makes her feel both overwhelmed and completely safe at the same time. The third pillar is primal vocalization. In our day-to-day lives, our voices are civilized. We use them to negotiate, to explain, to placate. But in moments of intimacy, your voice should become a tool of a different nature. It's not about the cheesy lines you read online. It's about the frequency, the vibration, the raw sound of masculine energy. It's the difference between asking a question and giving a command. A simple phrase like, "Look at me," when spoken from your diaphragm, with a deep and steady tone, can be more powerful than any complex seduction technique. Don't be afraid of the guttural sounds of your own pleasure, or the low growl that accompanies a deep desire. You are communicating on a primal channel, bypassing her logical brain and speaking directly to her ancient wiring that understands the language of power. Presence and possession. Now we come to the fourth and perhaps most essential pillar, unwavering presence. This is the heart of Stoicism applied to intimacy. Most men are physically in the room, but their minds are a million miles away. They are trapped in a loop of self-conscious thought. Am I doing this right? Does she like this? Am I good enough? How much longer can I last? The moment your mind wanders to your own performance, you have already lost. The greatest aphrodisiac you can ever offer a woman is your full, undivided, unconditional attention. She wants to feel like, in that moment, she is the only thing that exists in your universe. This is the Stoic practice of prosostion, a state of continuous, vigilant attention to the present moment. When you are truly present, you are not performing. You are simply experiencing, reacting, and connecting. All anxiety vanishes, and what's left is pure, uninhibited reality. The fifth pillar requires you to become a man of profound psychological strength. It is about welcoming her shadow. Every woman, just like every man, has a part of herself that she keeps hidden from the world. It's the part that is wild, messy, perhaps a little crazy, her uninhibited primal self. She is terrified of being judged for this part of her. She will test you, subtly at first, by showing you glimpses of this shadow. She wants to know, can you handle her full reality? Or will you be shocked? Will you be disgusted? Will you run back to the safety of civilized conversation? The Stoic man, because he understands human nature and has made peace with his own shadow, is not afraid. He meets her wildness not with judgment, but with a calm, knowing acceptance. He becomes a safe container for her to be her complete self, and in doing so, he unlocks a level of trust and abandon she may have never experienced with anyone else. Finally, there is the sixth pillar, the anchor in the aftermath. The act itself is a storm. It's a powerful release of energy, emotion, and vulnerability. Many men make the mistake of thinking it's over when the storm passes. But for her, the moments immediately following are where the truth is revealed. The needy man immediately starts seeking validation. Was that good for you? The avoidant man rolls over and emotionally disconnects, retreating into his own world. The tempered man, however, remains. He is the anchor. He doesn't need her validation, nor does he run from the intimacy. He holds her, his breathing is steady, his presence is just as strong in the quiet as it was in the chaos. He is the lighthouse that is still standing, its light calm and steady, after the waves have crashed. This nonverbal communication tells her that his strength wasn't a performance. It is the core of who he is. So do you finally see the pattern? Do you see the thread that weaves all of these pillars together? This was never about a checklist of dirty things. The leadership, the dominance, the vocal commands, the presence, they are not the secret. They are merely the shadow cast by the man who is standing in the fire. You have been trying to learn the script without ever developing the character. What she craves is not the action of leadership, but the presence of a leader. She doesn't desire the act of dominance. She desires the deep feeling of safety that comes from being with a man who has achieved absolute self-mastery. Every pillar is a direct external manifestation of an internal Stoic virtue. Unapologetic leadership comes from knowing your own values and purpose. Controlled dominance is the physical expression of mastering your own emotional impulses. Unwavering presence is the result of practicing rigorous mindfulness, of refusing to be a slave to the anxieties of the past or future. Welcoming her shadow comes from a rational, judgment-free understanding of human nature. You can't fake this. You can't pretend to be a king and expect her not to see the terrified boy hiding behind the crown. You must stop trying to change what you do. You must begin the real work of changing who you are. The right actions will then flow from you naturally. And without effort, all of this can feel overwhelming, so let's distill it down to a single, powerful action. Your journey does not begin in the bedroom. That is the final exam, not the classroom. Your training begins right now in the small moments of your everyday life. For the next 24 hours, I challenge you to do this one thing. Practice making small, unapologetic decisions. When your friend asks what you want to eat, don't say, "I don't care, whatever you want." Pick a place. Calmly, confidently, and without needing their approval. For your choice. When you're choosing a movie to watch, don't outsource the decision. Choose one. This isn't about becoming a tyrant. It's about building the muscle of leadership in low-stakes environments. Every time you make a clear, grounded choice, you are casting a vote for the man you want to become. You are training your nervous system to be comfortable in the seat of command. Most men are so conditioned to seek consensus and avoid friction that they have forgotten how to simply lead. Start practicing in the small things, and you will find the strength to lead in the big things. This is your first rep in the gym of your own will. Start your training now. Ultimately, this is about so much more than attraction, dating, or sex. That is just the entry point. This is about reclaiming a potent, centered, and virtuous masculinity in a world that desperately needs it. Becoming the man we have spoken about today, the man who is a leader, who has mastered his inner fire, who is fully present, will make you undeniably magnetic, yes. But more importantly, it will make you into a man of substance. It will make you the kind of man other men respect, the kind of man who can be a rock for his family, the kind of man who can build things in the world that last, the Stoics called it building the inner citadel, a fortress within your own mind that is unconquerable by external events, by the opinions of others, or by your own chaotic impulses. When you build that citadel first, your life begins to reflect its strength and order. You stop seeking validation because you are self-validated. You stop fearing chaos because you are the calm at its center. This is the real work. If this resonated with you, subscribe and join this community of men who are done with the superficial and are ready to build themselves from the inside out. Comment below with the one pillar you are going to focus on first. Now go and begin the work. Stay strong.